Greetings, everyone. This is Tarot Lumination. We just passed the full moon on April 19th over here on the Pacific West Coast. I don't know about you guys, but it's a very somber, sobering full moon. The sun is actually already passed over into, the moon is already passed over into Scorpio, and we're moving ahead from there. It feels very strange for me personally because when I look at the charts, it's like the moon is more or less opposing the sun, and the sun's going to be in Taurus any minute now, well, in a few hours. So to me, it feels like we're going over two full moons. It's like, you know, when you go to the ocean and sometimes you see waves, and like there's two waves that cluster very close to each other. That's the sort of thing I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm taking the messages very seriously. I'm taking my own messages seriously, and I'm having to live by example. And so I thought that what I would do, this is for my own edification. I'm doing this for myself, and I'm just going to share it with you guys. I'm going to pull two oracles because I want to know the messages. I'm going to pull one from the Power of Surrender deck here, and I'm going to read it and give a little spiel on that. And then I'm going to pull another from the Gaia, and I'm going to read that. And after that's done, I'm just going to leave it, and then I'll just post it over on the Instagram for the record, okay? So people have it there as well. All right, so here we go. Thank you all, by the way, for the recent members lucky winner draw. That was a lot of fun. We got to... we discovered the magic of having moderators on the live shows. It's taken a long time for Tarot Lumination to learn how to do that, but we got attacked. It was like a splatter movie. It was like a cheap horror movie. There was blood all over the lens. We couldn't keep the zombies out, and they just kept coming back. And the more we nuked them, the more they kept coming back. And eventually, a couple of few people on the show, the good people, were saying, TL, you've got to do something. You gotta kill these people. You gotta delete them somehow. And then somebody said, well, you need a moderator. So we followed the trails for all of that. And eventually we figured it out. And kerblam, we had two moderators, and it was a bloodbath. Like an intense video game, splattering these trolls as they came in, attacking the show. It was fantastic. I learned so much. Thank you all. And that whole show was about, you know, pulling the winners for the members only lucky draw. And we just posted that at the members place. So that's already in play. But for tonight, right now, just after the full moon, I'm pulling these for you. And this is what I rarely read for myself, but right now I'm doing this because I want to. I feel like I need to. I want to know what the messages are. And I'm just going to share it. Also, by the way, this is kind of an important weekend for a lot of people across the world because of the Good Friday, Passover, Easter events. A lot of people, mark their calendars for these things. So I think for a lot of people, this whole full moon, this whole weekend, this whole, what I feel is like almost like a double full moon, is quite significant. And for myself, what I've learned is that I have to take some rest right now. So that's what I've been doing. I've been sleeping a lot the last couple of days, almost 12 hours a day. And I'm coming out of it. A lot of the people who do readings and things, they probably understand what Tarot Lumination is talking about, because it can be very demanding to operate at like ultra high frequencies all the time. And that's basically what we do here. That's what they do with psychics and psychic mediums. And we're kind of in that basket of wooey stuff that people seem to love more and more these days. And so Tarot Lumination is having to take the same pills that Tarot Lumination recommends to other readers and other healers out there. Take a rest, take a break, love thyself, okay? And I don't know what just happened. There was a kind of a break in the recording. I don't know if you noticed that, but anyway, we'll keep going. And so I've been sleeping a lot and doing a lot of self-healing, which is sort of like Tarot Lumination homemade yoga. And I've been sharing a little bit of that with the members on the first Fridays of the month. So we might continue to do that. We'll see. It's a very intimate process, and I get a little bit, I get a lot of butterflies when we do those events. Anyway, let's get on with the readings. Like I said, this is the Power of Surrender deck. I'm going to pull one card. It's already well shuffled. I'm just going to cut it up, and then I'm going to pull the top card. Now you know what to do. Invite your invisible friends. Please treat this as a little treat. Treat it as a treat, okay? And you can reinterpret this however you want. I'm reading this for myself right now, but I'm going to share this with you. Surrender to silence. Wow, this is beautiful. Okay, it says here, in quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. Well, guess what? That's how I feel anyway. I've been very, very, let's say, contained recently because I need to listen to the still small voice. I've been working very closely with my angels and doing self-healing to get to that space. So I really totally get it. I hope this makes sense to you. I'll read it again. It's a picture of, I think it's Mont Saint-Michel in the north of France near Brittany. It's like a monastery or something where you're supposed to be silent for monks and so on, and nuns in retreat and so on. It says here, in quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. Okay, before we go completely silent, I'm going to read from the Gaia deck. Okay, I love this. This is my new toy, and I'm very pleased. And I'm glad you guys are enjoying it too. It's actually an old deck, but I don't care. I love it, and I resonate very closely with it. There's a lot of oracle decks and tarot decks with which I do not resonate. There's probably at least 100 amazing tarot decks out there, and they're all beautiful in their own way. And we have a few artists here on the channel who are in the process of creating their own decks too, and they will obviously share them through Tarot Lumination, obviously. But it'll take a while. We're going to be here for a while. So I'm going to do the same thing here. This is to mark the full moon that we've just had and entering into the Scorpio-Taurus axis any minute now. The moon is already in Scorpio, and in a few hours, the sun will be in Taurus. So we will have another like loose opposition here, sort of like a wishy-washy, fuzzy full moon. Somebody wrote in on the channel, like, you talk too much about weird cusps. Something like that. I said, I think they were like offended that I was suggesting the notion of considering the energy of double full moons because of, I did it on those playlists recently, a few weeks ago for this moment in time, about how the Libra moon was going to be opposing Aries sun, like 29 degrees, very radical, and then moments later switching into the Taurus Scorpio axis, and this is what's happening right now. So on the screen right now, what is happening is the manifestation of that lunar pattern that we reported on last week. Okay, and if you think it's gibberish and nonsense, you're entitled to do that. But I'm entitled to my opinions too, and I don't mind sharing them. And I like to share them. So this is the Gaia deck. Again, I'm not going to do any kind of rocket science here. I'm just going to literally pull a card and I'm going to read from the book. I'm going to toast the moment. Thank you all for being here, by the way. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are already in this mode of silence. It wouldn't surprise me at all. To me, personally, this full moon has felt very, very somber, very, very sobering, very, what's the word? Demanding of consideration of others and oneself, how we are relating to the world and how others are relating to us and how we are allowing those things to happen or not. What are our protocols in love and relationship? Relationships between yourself and a significant other and yourself. And then going to the broad collective, your relationship with the world and how it's treating you. That's what I'm feeling here, and I'm just sharing that with you personally, okay? It's a very strong energy of polarity. The Libra-Aries axis, the Scorpio-Taurus axis. Okay, so we're going to pull this now. This is the Gaia deck. It's an oracle deck, and I love it. It's a very recent acquisition for Tarot Lumination. It is literally my favorite new toy. Here we go. So bless the deck, bless every single card in the deck. Bless all you wonderful viewers out there for being here and sharing your life and love and energy with the channel. I love doing this for you, as you know. Again, please invite your invisible friends to share this experience with you, because that's what I'm doing here. And I always invite my invisible friends to share their energy with you through the amazing digital portal called the internet, this channel, all of that stuff. So here is our card. Purification, fire in parenthesis. Pure essentials, the naked truth, wholeness. Actually, it says bare essentials, the naked truth, wholeness. So the artist does these paintings, and they're about like 3 feet by 4 feet. They're big, pretty big, and it looks like they're done in oil pastels. It's a really beautiful, gentle image here. Let me show you. I'm going to read from the book. Hold on. So stay there. Don't go away. I know we're going to have to be silent in a moment, but for now, I'm still going to relate to you. It says here, purification, fire, bare essentials, the naked truth, wholeness. Okay. What is it that your heart truly desires? What do you perceive is missing in your life? In order to find the answers, you must look inside your heart. You already know this, but you have been reluctant to look because a part of you fears what your heart is trying to tell you. The only way forward is to face your fear. Something in your life is not working out as you would have liked, and it's not going to get any better unless you have the courage to face it. Close your eyes and relax. Imagine a beautiful flame warming your heart and soul. Feel its purifying and healing light burning away your fears and doubts, healing your body and mind, and clearing away all obstacles, either imagined or real. It's almost like we're asking our fears to jump forward. Please, dear fears, jump forward. Present yourselves to me so that I can face you and understand you, so that you do not possess me, so that you do not own me, so that I am not owned by you. You are simply fear. Feel your heart center as an endless space full of only light and love. Feel the peace. You are safe in this eternal space of light. Now, what is your heart saying? When it brings a tear to your eye, you will know that it is your truth. Your soul will guide you towards happiness. All you need to do is follow, trust. This is very much in alignment with one of the core themes here at Tarot Lumination, in that we have to reveal it to heal it, whatever it is that it might be. And so much of our deepest pain and suffering, and the things that are the most hard to heal, are the ones that are invisible. Okay? That's why we're doing this channel. That's why this whole channel exists. It's all about bringing the healing power of love into our lives from up above. Sure, you can get a root canal, and that's scary. Sure, you might have been dumped by someone. That hurts. Sure, you might have had to dump someone, and that hurts. Whatever it is, fear of finances or lack of finances, fear of lack of home, fear of lack of friends and family, fear of lack of employment, fear of not getting what you want, how you want it, when you want it, the way you want it. All of those fears all comes from the mind. What we do at Tarot Lumination, what we're trying to do all day, what I work on, is to bring the mind in alignment with the heart, so that the mind is the servant of the heart. And because a lot of us live the other way around. We sabotage the heart in order to accommodate the mind. The mind is more or less like a machine, and it's constantly looking for problems to solve. It's literally a biological tool to help us survive. The thing is, we're already surviving to some extent, and in order to operate in a state of joy, we need to bring this in alignment with this. And the way to bring this in alignment with this is to purge this. It's a purging, it's a purification by fire. It's like, dear heavenly angels, dear guardian angels, dear spirit guides, please expose to me the fears that I fear the most, the ones that need the most healing, the ones that need the most light, so that I'm not possessed by this fear. I ask for this fear to be brought forward now, so that I can understand, so that I can see that it is simply fear, and then release that fear and come back to heart. Sorry, this caught me off guard a little bit. I wasn't expecting to, hold on. A little bit of liquid courage there. I'm just going to read the affirmations here from the writer. It says here, I listen to my heart and I follow its guidance. I deserve to be happy. I have the power to create my reality. I trust that all will work out well. My life is clear of obstacles. We are clearing obstacles, okay? We've just entered the very first stages of a long period of big, heavy retrogrades for the next few months, pretty much till the end of the year. So we might as well get used to it. I don't know about you guys, but I've been really feeling the pressure. It started with Jupiter retrograde just a while ago, but we're heading into the Pluto-Saturn retrograde. It's very serious. It's very somber. It's a very, very sobering experience. It's a very sober, let's say, sobering period where we're all going to be held to account. Okay? We're going to have to deal with it all here together as a team. It's many, many months, okay? We're going to be dealing with this energy for many months, okay? So I hope this helps you. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to take a little picture here, something like that or whatever, and I'm going to post it on the Instagram. Tarot Lumination has an Instagram account now. Would you believe that? Isn't that amazing? And it's actually kind of cool. Again, it's another one of these amazing things that we're learning over here. Even though millions of people on the planet are already completely fluent, it's still very new for Tarot Lumination. Okay, let's honor this one. Let's go into a state of silence now. Let's be grateful that we're all here. We can share our energy like this. I'm very happy to share the healing power of love that I can carry with you and bring it to you. I feel very loving. I feel very loved. I am loving. I am loved. I am loving. I am loved. We are loving. We are 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 loved. You are loving. You are loved. You are loving. You are loved. Be loving. Be loved. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. We'll do this again. See you on Sunday night live, okay? We will break the silence just for a few hours, okay? Take care. Abide. Abide.